Hold on to your hats, basketball fans, because the game just changed. Caitlin Clark, the Iowa Hawkeyes' dazzling point guard, has sent shockwaves through the sports world. She inked a jaw-dropping $92 million deal to play for EuroLeague powerhouse Spartak Moscow. This is huge, this is unprecedented. This is Caitlin Clark making history. Clark's decision has sparked a firestorm of debate about the WNBA. Is the league doing enough to keep its star players? The answer, my friends, is a resounding no. This move is a wake-up call, a stark reminder that the WNBA needs to step up its game. The WNBA has long been praised for its talent and competitiveness. But let's be real, folks, money talks. And right now, the European leagues are shouting from the rooftops. They're offering lucrative contracts. They're providing greater exposure. They're luring away some of the best female basketball players in the world. Caitlin Clark's decision is a game changer. It's a power move that could reshape the landscape of women's basketball. Buckle up, folks, because things are about to get very interesting. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark, the phenom who took the NCAA by storm. Her rookie season? Downright legendary. She averaged a jaw-dropping 26.6 points per game. She dished out assists like it was nothing, averaging over 8 per game. And let's not forget her range. She was draining threes from Steph Curry territory. Comparisons to WNBA icons like Candace Parker and Diana Taurasi, not even a question. Clark's court vision, her basketball IQ, her sheer dominance, it's reminiscent of the greats. She's a once-in-a-generation talent, a player who can single-handedly take over a game. Remember that time she dropped 41 points on the reigning national champions? Or that other time she hit a game-winning buzzer beater from half-court? Caitlin Clark is must-see TV, folks. She's box office gold. She's the future of women's basketball, and the world knows it. But here's the kicker. Despite her incredible talent and marketability, the WNBA couldn't offer her the kind of payday she deserves. And that's a damn shame. Let's be blunt. The WNBA has a money problem. European leagues are throwing around cash like it's confetti. And the WNBA, they're stuck playing financial catch-up. It's not a fair fight. We're talking about a stark difference in paychecks. Top WNBA players are lucky to crack $1 million a year. Meanwhile, European clubs are offering multi-million-dollar deals, plus perks like housing, cars, and even endorsement opportunities. This isn't just about the money, though. It's about respect. European teams are rolling out the red carpet for WNBA stars. They're treating them like the global icons they are. They're giving them the platform and the recognition they deserve. The WNBA needs to wake up and smell the coffee. They need to understand that these women are the best in the world. They deserve to be compensated accordingly. They deserve to be treated like the superstars they are. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player, she's a brand. She's a social media sensation. She's a marketing dream come true. With her infectious smile and her electrifying playing style, Clark has captivated fans worldwide. She's got that it factor, folks. That undeniable charisma that draws people in. Look at her social media presence, millions of followers on Instagram and Twitter. Her highlights go viral on a regular basis. She's connecting with fans on a level that few athletes can match. Companies are lining up to endorse her. They recognize her marketability, her ability to connect with a young, diverse audience. They see dollar signs and frankly, who can blame them? Caitlin Clark is the total package. She's a phenomenal athlete, a savvy marketer, and a role model for young girls everywhere. The WNBA needs to recognize her value, both on and off the court. Section 5. The WNBA's challenge, retaining star power in the face of disparity. The WNBA faces a critical juncture. The exodus of top talent to Europe is a blaring alarm. They need to act, and they need to act fast. For years, the WNBA has been the premier league for women's basketball. It's where the best players in the world came to compete. But the financial realities are starting to bite. European leagues are offering bigger paychecks and greater exposure. They're investing heavily in women's basketball, and it's showing. The WNBA can't afford to stand idly by. The league needs to find ways to bridge the financial gap. They need to increase player salaries, improve travel conditions, and enhance marketing efforts. They need to create an environment where the best players feel valued and respected. The future of the WNBA is at stake. They need to step up their game or risk losing their place as the premier destination for women's basketball. Section 6. A league at a crossroads. Can the WNBA bridge the financial gap? The WNBA is facing a crossroads. It's time for some tough love, folks. The league needs a serious financial overhaul if they want to compete with the European powerhouses. It's time to talk about revenue sharing. The NBA has a successful model in place. Why can't the WNBA do the same? The NBA needs to step up and support its sister league. Increased marketing and media coverage are crucial. Put the WNBA on primetime. Give these women the national spotlight they deserve. Highlight their stories, their skills, their personalities, and let's not forget about sponsorships. Corporate America needs to put their money where their mouth is. Invest in women's sports. Support these incredible athletes. The WNBA has the potential to be a global force, but they need to act now before it's too late. The time for talk is over. It's time for action. Section 7. The Global Game: How European Dominance Could Reshape Women's Basketball. Hold on tight, folks, because we're entering uncharted territory. The balance of power in women's basketball is shifting. European leagues are on the rise, and the WNBA needs to pay attention. With their deep pockets and their commitment to women's basketball, European clubs are attracting the best talent from around the globe. We're talking about players like Breanna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, and now Caitlin Clark. This isn't just a temporary trend, this is a seismic shift in the sport. European leagues are building dynasties. They're investing in youth development. They're creating a pipeline of talent that could dominate women's basketball for years to come. This is a wake-up call for the WNBA. They can't afford to be complacent. They need to adapt and evolve to remain competitive on the global stage. The future of women's basketball is up for grabs, and right now, Europe is holding all the cards. Section 8. A generational talent at stake: the Caitlin Clark case and its implications. Caitlin Clark's decision to play in Europe isn't just about money. It's about sending a message. It's about recognizing the value of women's basketball on a global scale. Clark's move is a symptom of a larger problem. The WNBA needs to do more to support its players, financially and otherwise. They need to close the pay gap, improve travel conditions, and provide greater marketing and media exposure. The WNBA has an opportunity to be a leader in women's sports, but they need to be willing to invest in their players, to create a league where the best talent in the world wants to play. The Caitlin Clark case is a wake-up call for the WNBA. It's time to step up or risk losing a generation of stars. The future of the league depends on it. Section 9. Investing in the future: the urgent need for WNBA expansion and reform. The WNBA needs to think big. Expansion is key. More teams mean more opportunities, more players, more fans, more revenue. It's a win-win situation. But it's not just about adding teams. It's about creating a sustainable business model. The WNBA needs to attract investors, sponsors, and media partners. They need to build a brand that resonates with fans worldwide. Player salaries need a major boost. These women are elite athletes. They deserve to be compensated fairly for their talent and hard work. Close the pay gap. The WNBA has the potential to be a global powerhouse, but it's going to take bold action, strategic planning, and a commitment to excellence. Section 10. A call to action: fans, sponsors, and the fight for pay equity. This isn't just about the WNBA, this is about equality in sports. Fans, it's time to use your voices. Support the WNBA. Attend games, buy merchandise, and amplify their message on social media. Sponsors, put your money where your mouth is. Invest in women's sports. Support the WNBA and its players. Show the world that you believe in equality and opportunity for all. We need to close the pay gap in basketball and beyond. Women athletes deserve the same recognition, respect, and financial rewards as their male counterparts. This is a movement, folks. Let's work together to create a future where all athletes, regardless of gender, have the opportunity to achieve their dreams. Section 11. Caitlin Clark's legacy: a catalyst for change in women's sports. Caitlin Clark's decision to play in Europe is a watershed moment. It's a wake-up call for the WNBA and for the entire sports world. It's time to address the pay disparities, the lack of media coverage, and the undervaluing of women's sports. Clark's legacy may not be defined by championships or MVP awards. It may be defined by the change she inspires. Her decision has ignited a conversation about gender equality in sports, a conversation that is long overdue. She's a role model for young girls, showing them that they can achieve anything they set their minds to. She's a trailblazer, paving the way for future generations of female athletes. The sports world is watching. Will the WNBA rise to the challenge? Will they make the necessary changes to retain their star players and secure the future of the league? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure. Caitlin Clark's impact on women's basketball is just beginning.